At Helly Hansen in Moss, Norway, we produce survival suits for the offshore sector for professional use. So we thought it would be a pretty cool idea to build offshore dry suits for the Volvo Ocean Race in-house, using all that great competence. So we just developed a whole new suit, and we stoked to see how it works in the Southern Ocean in the worst sailing conditions in the world. Having a good dry suit can be the difference between life and death.
The gear has improved a lot since the first time I do, but the boats are much wetter these days. So if the gear wouldn't have improved so much, you wouldn't even be able to do a race like this.
The new Volvo 70s have taken the round the world racing to another level in terms of what we're doing here, and just the extreme nature of the boats, how fast they are, how wet they are, how physical they are, puts whole new demands on the technical clothing. You know, the 24-hour world record has been raised to 563 miles in a day, which is an average speed of almost 24 knots. And at those sort of speeds, the pressure of the water coming over the boat and onto the people is pretty tremendous.
It's a let's go smile for sure. Now it's feels really good now. We are prepared and very, very hungry to race, and very enthusiastic. And now we're on for the first little mile upwind, downwind, and off. Big time. 22 hours to Gibraltar.
We've been jiving a lot, you know, taking all the shifts and working really hard. And then suddenly I'm like, I see a light down in the leeward. And then like, okay, the wind is dropping. And then I'm like, what the hell? The E4, it's like 2 boat lengths from us. And there we were sort of like parked totally. Then we got some wind, and then we kept on going and sailed with them for that day, and then we totally parked in the Gibraltar. We were just drifting backwards. We were trying to take all the wind shift, but there was not a lot of wind, so actually we were going backwards. Suddenly we lost that 20-mile lead, but after that it was awesome sailing.
Yeah, I noticed my leg starting to stiffen up before we even got to Gibraltar, and we decided to ring the race, the Volvo doctors back in England, and we spoke to them, and they were monitoring it, but they could see, as we could see, that it was getting worse. You know, obviously getting off the boat is one thing, and then we had an opportunity of doing it without losing too much time, and you know, we'd made a waypoint for a boat to rendezvous with us and pick me up. As it turned out, the boat wasn't there, and they lost a lot of time, you know, several hours. In fact, when that boat finally showed up, I think I pretty much just made the decision to start swimming, because they were starting to jockey for position and it was just wasting more time.
If you make a mistake, it might cost you the leg, it might cost you the whole race. So you have a lot of responsibility there. So that's why that sort of like makes it a little bit more hard. But hey, this is the Volvo Ocean Race. This is why we are doing it. Those are the moments what you remember afterwards, you know. We are very confident for the next legs, and you just have to be careful not to do any bad things.
To you, the fastest motorhull in the world, the fastest crew in the world, Ericsson.
This was a really nice one, given obviously losing Tony early on in the leg and having to battle back with one guy less. It made it extra special, and you know, the guys really pulled together and everyone worked hard. and that really showed when we had that big breeze and we did some big hourly, daily runs. So that was very special.
But now starts a new race up to India, and more like the first leg. We go through doldrums and stuff, and more high pressure sailing.